Okay, we're going to have to start out with a brick texture. But I have to do a disclaimer thing because people, there's these people out there and you know who you are. So let's do a disclaimer right now. This is all for education, okay? There is commercial and non-commercial use for textures. Okay, commercial use. Commercial use is saying that I can either build my model up and sell it to somebody, use it within a game, use it within a publication. I render it out, I use it for a publication there. That's commercial use. Okay, so I'm making a profit off of it in some manner. The other one, non-commercial. Non-commercial is just educational. It's just you in front of your computer. You're just learning. Okay. Non-commercial is also called open source. Okay, royalty free. And there's a few other terms too, but I'm just going to go into it and say we are not selling our models here. Therefore, the internet's a huge playground, but the minute that you cross your path over to I'm going to sell this or use it in some kind of publication, you're going to have to go the other route, and that is buying your textures. Larger than. Okay, so let's look for a brick texture. Let's look for larger than, and let's look for something like within maybe 4 megapixels. And why so high is because we're going to end up trimming the brick quite a bit. So 4 and 6 would be preferable. Okay, let's even go 6. Cool, I like this. We're going to copy the image and go into Photoshop. So I'm only going to show you this trick once, and you're going to be able to do it with just about any brick or block or anything in that manner. So you got to learn how to extrapolate things within this course. Let's do that again. Copy image. Go into Photoshop. There we go. Importing clipboard. That's what I wanted to see. File new. Okay. Edit paste. Alright, so let's get started with Photoshop. Let's go to Workspace and go Reset Essentials. There we go. And I also want the navigator up. This texture looks a little blurry in some regions, so I'm going to sharpen it a little bit. Filter, sharpen, smart sharpen. It's a lot of sharpening, so I'm going to tone that down. You can see it's taking quite a while to sharpen because it is a very big texture. But I want to sharpen it ahead of time. I'm going to take off preview for a second. There we go. So there we go. Just a little bit of sharpening is all is required. You don't want to over sharpen it at this point. There we go. Much better. Okay, now we're going to have to find a natural groove for things. We need a square, but we also need it to be tileable. Okay, and this is where it gets a little hard at times because of the fact that we do need it tileable. Okay, most masons, when they laid their brick out, you can see that this line, sometimes it comes in cross with this line, sometimes it's a little off. Okay, I can tell you right now that this is going to be a very hard texture to tile, but I guess it'll teach you a lot. If these were in a straight line all the way down, so every other brick was in line, it would be a lot easier. Okay, so for right now, what I'm going to do is look for a grout line, which is this grout line right here, and I'm going to draw a straight path all the way down to a grout line that goes a little bit down further onto the map. So let me zoom out as best I can. So here to here. Okay, I'm holding shift. And then I'm going to go a little loose this time without shift, and I'm going to go down this grout line. Then I'm going to go back up. And then over. This is a section of brick that I want to concentrate on. So I'm going to go image crop. And this is why I needed such a high res texture, is because by the time I crop it, I lost a lot of resolution, because now it's actually closer to 2048 by 2048. Okay. Now, this is the fun part. First off, we need a square texture. So what I'm going to do is go into image size, and I'm going to type in 2048. Okay. Keep off constrained proportions and type 2048 by 2048. There we go. Now I'm going to take the entire image, and you can see this grout line up here is a little off. It goes down. This grout line right here could be a little bit straighter. So here's a little trick. We go image, transform, distort. Okay. With distort, I can pull this grout line up a little bit so it matches, and then I can pull this grout line a little bit over so it matches a little bit better. And I can hit apply. So now I've kind of squared up the texture a little bit. This will make it a lot easier. Okay, next. This is the fun part. Not that it's not all fun, but this is the fun part. We're going to duplicate this layer, and then we're going to jog it over some. So to do this, make sure there's no selection on anything. Make sure I'm on this layer, and I go filter, other, offset. I want to only do it in horizontal offset at first. Okay, so only horizontally offsetting things. Just like that. And you can see here's the line that I need to get rid of. Well, I made a copy of this, so that way when I erase down onto the next layer, it will allow me to use some of the bricks from the previous layer. Okay, let's try this out. First off, I'm going to grab an eraser tool. I'm going to use the number 17, and I'm going to set it up in such a way where the brush rotates. So I turn angle jitter all the way on. I'm going to leave off any of the control mechanisms unless you have a Wacom tablet. Right now I don't have mine hooked up, so I'm just kind of, that way I'm in the same league as you. You might not have a Wacom tablet. Okay, so I'm going to go like this. And you can see that I can quickly and easily repair some of these lines and make them blend a little bit better. just like that. And I see this molding right here, this or the grout line. I'm going to kind of clean that up a little bit if it allows me to. Okay, so there we go. Perfect. Okay, now once I'm done, I need to do it the other way. So I take and marquee select the entire thing and go edit copy merge and then edit paste. And then filter other offset. This time I'm zeroing out horizontal because I'm done with that. And I got to go vertical. Just to make sure that there's no weird color distortion or anything kind of separating the two bricks. Okay, I don't see anything, so I'm going to hit cancel. It's because I cut on that grout line, and that's why. Alright, so we now have a tileable texture. We're not done yet though, because we're going to need something in order for this to work out properly. So please move on to the next video.